All right. Hey. What's going on, everyone? It's Wednesday, 7 p.m. on the East Coast, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 1 a.m. or whatever time it is over there across the pond. It is the Death Rattle Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Remark. With me, my co-host, Mr. Kanan Becker, Mr. Ghost Pirate Entertainment. What's going on, bud?
Having one of those days.
It's
like a Monday that lands on a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel it, man. And I probably feel it even more if I would upload a friggin' video. I've been sitting like, I seriously, like this needs to be the last week. This needs to be the last week of my like sabbatical from my channel. I've got to get going again.
And there's so much, like, even if you can't get out to a theater or can't afford to go see a movie, like there's tons of stuff streaming, dude. Like,
I know I have no excuse.
In the video I just shot today, there's 2 new ones on Shudder that I'm talking about.
I have no excuse. None at all.
Crumb Catcher just got added to Shudder, and it's actually very weird in a good way.
Nice.
That one's cool. And what was the other one I watched? What is it? Shadow the Reaper, or what is it?
Shadow Reaper? I don't know.
Night of the Reaper.
You all right, man? You been having some drinks?
It's hiccups. I got indigestion. I'm telling you, I'm having one of those days. Like everything, it all like started with just sleeping like absolute fucking crap last night. Like, you ever go to sleep and for whatever reason you lay in a weird way and you get a kink in your neck and you wake up and it's like, no matter what, the rest of the night, like that was me last night. I got a weird kink in my neck. So no matter which way I slept, I kept getting this kink in my neck. And so I didn't sleep good at all. Been up since like 5 a.m. So I got like 3 hours of sleep and it was shitty sleep.
Bummer. So, well, you know what's not a bummer is our chat. What's going on, everybody? I just want to say hi. Stephanie's in the chat she's got her popcorn. John Connor's telling us we're late. TikTok. Sorry, buddy.
You're late.
Yeah, John, you're late. Heather's in the chat. What's up? Architect Sam is in the chat saying hello.
We're early. We're just getting a head start on next week's podcast.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. What's going on, John? What's going on, Casey? Good to see you. Gaston, what's up? Bryce, wait, you have a channel? Yes, I do have a channel. What's the point? FC says the new Predator design is like a huge mole on a woman's face. You just can't unsee it. Oh no. Well, we're gonna watch the final trailer and we're gonna react to it. We will.
It's a very weird choice. Like I get what they're going for, and like, you know, he's supposed to be like the black sheep, so he's supposed to look weird, and then he's also a teenager. So it's like, you know, but it is very weird, especially with what we're used to. I just kind of wish they would put him in battle armor more, you know, like, because we're not used to seeing any of the Predators without, you know, their helmet and stuff very much.
You know what I would love to see? A dangerous Predator.
I'd like to see a hot chick Predator.
I missed the. Okay.
Like, why don't we get a hot chick? They got her, right?
Yeah. Well,
I wonder if we'll see female Predators in this.
What's up, Fragrance Style? Good to see you. Jobit, what's up? Good to see you. Glad you could make it to the early show. I know you're probably watching at work. What's up, Diddy? Diddy's in the chat. How's it going, Diddy?
What do you think? The female Predators would have big boobs?
Female Predators? Yes. I mean, they have to, right? They got to be like Amazonians, right?
But that's what I'm wondering. Like, would they have big boobs or little boobs, or would they just be like humans where it's all sizes of boobs?
You know what? I don't know.
Or, dude, what if they're
assuming they got?
What if they're like
they got some
like a cow?
Huh?
What if they're a cow or a dog? Or they just like lots of little nipples. There's no real boobs. Just
they have 4 boobs. Nipples. That's we're kicking off the show right. 5 minutes in, talking about Predator titties.
That would ruin it for me.
Yeah. Seeing that would be strange.
Yeah. I'd rather them have big boobs.
Yeah, you know,
they could be a butterface. That's what they should do. The female Predators are her butterface.
When I sexualize alien predators, you know, that's what I'm thinking of. Is I hope.
Yeah, I've definitely never sexualized an alien. Predator, yes, but
Is
I
Predator
don't
not
think
an
there's.
alien?
No, I'm talking about alien, like the xenomorph.
Oh yeah, well, I
Like
mean, yeah.
I've definitely never sexualized a xenomorph. There's nothing attractive about that.
Not yet.
I don't think
Fragrance.
there's any way you could sexualize xenomorph. Although, if you had a hybrid, I guess, like there was that weird hybrid thing at the end of Romulus. That was
Yeah. Oh
a
God.
male, I'm guessing. So if you had a female one,
Hey, I wouldn't assume it's gender
like a
yet.
giraffe neck.
Fragrance says, I can't wait for Black Phone 2. Yeah, it's
Dude,
like
I
it's
loved
pretty
it.
good.
I'm actually really looking forward to seeing it again. Like there's a couple from Fantastic Fest that I'm like really excited to watch again. That's one of them. Like
What's going on, JJ? Good to see you.
Let me see the one I'm really wanting to watch again.
What's the point? Says a female predator on her time of the month would have to be chained up in a dungeon. Wow. I mean, probably. The vibe says haven't had a chance to watch Good Boy. It's on my list though. Yeah, I haven't. I mean,
dude,
when's that coming out?
So good. It's out. It's been out.
Is it out? All right, I gotta go see it.
I reviewed it already.
All right, I gotta go see it.
Dude, it's so good, man.
All
I
right.
love the buzz around it, but it's like so cool. Like it took them 3 years to film it, and there's no CGI dog. There's no special effects dog. It is all an actual dog, and it's all just one dog, and those are his actual real owners, and it's their actual real dog.
Wow.
They just got this plan in their head and so like literally in the movie you see it as a little tiny baby, and that's when they actually got the dog. And so you see the dog grow up in the movie. That's actually real footage of the dog as it gets older. Like they just filmed it as it went and trained him to be able to do all these different things that he needs to do in the movie.
Trained him to be an actor.
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff that you see it is either the dog, the dog is super talented and does a great job of doing what they ask him to, but a lot of it is just really well done editing and timing and things like that. But
yeah,
it's so cool. I watched a whole little documentary this morning on how they did it, and like,
that's awesome,
dude. It just is so
good
inspirational because it's like if you have an idea, you do too many filmmakers, like they either limit themselves because they're like, oh, I got to have so-and-so budget to be able to make my movie. And it's like these guys were like, okay, we want to make it this movie. Like, we're just going to, like, the one thing we have no money, no resources, but the one thing we have is a dog and time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah.
Well, good. I hope it's good.
Good Boy is so good. It is so good.
I hope it's good. So we got a couple of news stories we got to get into. This one has the strangest title, and I mean, I'm probably just an idiot. That's always, you can always just argue that. But this first story, I read this title like 3 times, and I just have no idea what it means.
Yeah, did you read the article?
No, I don't read articles. I just read them live. I'm reading them live with the audience.
Okay.
So that we
get it then once you read the article.
So that we get a real reaction. So this first story,
I've been aware of this story for quite a while, so like this isn't news to me, but it's like, but I knew it based off of the actual producers talking about it on Twitter and stuff.
Says the Toxic Avenger and Undue medical debt cleared $15 million in real life medical debt together. So if any of you in chat can just tell me what that means without reading the article, I would really appreciate that, because I read
the article to understand.
I read that 3 times and was like, what is this?
It's just a very cool, heartwarming story about,
all right. Well, if you read it, so we're going to read it. So before Mackin Blair's The Toxic Avenger released in theaters back in August. Macon,
like bacon.
Right. Okay. All right. Let me start over. Before Macon Blair's The Toxic Avenger released in theaters back in August, the Cineverse marketing team came up with a wonderful idea. They took the remainder of their marketing budget for the film and donated it to the nonprofit Undue Medical Debt, using that money to literally clear $5 million in real-life medical debt for those who need the help who need the help the most. Okay, now it makes sense. But wait, how the hell does that work? The nonprofit leverages donations to purchase qualifying medical debt for individuals 4 times or below the federal poverty level or who have medical debt that is 5% or more of annual income in bulk from providers like hospitals and also collection agencies for pennies on the dollar, meaning $1 donated on average erases $100 of unpayable medical debt. Recipients of debt relief then receive an Undue branded envelope in the mail out of the blue with the good news. Some or all of their medical debt has been erased. Cineverse relieved $5 million in medical debt right off the bat with our donation. But we also vowed that for every $1 million the movie made at the box office, another $1 million in debt would go up in toxic smoke. Now that the toxic smoke has settled, we can announce that the initiative was far more successful than any of us had ever imagined. What started as a quest to eliminate $5 million has tripled thanks to the generosity and passion of the Toxic Avengers fans across the country. Together, you didn't just meet that goal, you crushed it, helping wipe out over $15 million in medical debt for 10,000 people. That's awesome. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
But the work isn't done. For every family who can breathe easier tonight, there are still countless others waiting for help to arrive. If fans and everyday citizens don't step up, who will? Cue awkward silence. So let's keep the fight going. Every contribution, big or small, matters. With every $10 donated, erasing $1,000 of medical debt. Together, we can continue turning the joy of fandom into hope for those who need it most. Everyone can be a hero. Join the Toxic Avenger and Undue medical debt in crushing even more medical debt now by clicking this link right here that I'm not going to click. No. The Toxic Avenger is now available on digital and TiVo. Okay, blah, 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 blah. All right. So again, I still have not seen this movie. But
it's cool because Cineverse, dude, like they just are doing so much good. Like not only raising all that money and all that shit, but like they saved the movie in the first place from being a tax write-off. Because the movie almost was just like a tax write-off and never released. But Cineverse is awesome, dude. I mean, they're the reason that Terrifier got a theatrical release. They're the reason Toxic Avenger got a theatrical release. You know, like, so not only are they helping raise money like that, but they're just like helping the industry as well. Like, dude, that's a feel-good story. It's really good. And, good for them. So good for them.
And
I know some of the people behind, the name Cineverse, like the people that are actually the producers and stuff behind it, and they're just like really good people.
Heather says, I can't do dog movies, and I wasn't planning on seeing Good Boy, but after seeing Kanan's review today, I'll probably check it out.
Go see it. Everybody's like, oh my God, I can't watch it because the dog's going to die. I'm like, dude, why is everybody assuming the dog dies? Like, what the fuck? Like that pisses me off. Like, just go see the fucking movie. Like, I don't want to spoil it for everybody, but like, just trust me. Go see the movie.
What's the point? Says I can't get into modern film, so I just go back and watch the classics. I did watch The Long Walk, and it was okay, but totally unrealistic. Okay.
Are you kidding me? Unrealistic? Really? A movie that's in a fantasy world that doesn't actually exist is unrealistic?
Well, hang on. Wait a minute. That's not an argument. It is realistic. It is a very realistic film. Like you can totally see.
Yeah, it's
totally see a dystopian future that is run by authoritarian military, communists, let's just say. Like you can see this, and the things are so bad that they go into this lottery.
Also in a parallel universe where it doesn't have to exactly line up one for one with our universe because it's a fucking fantasy. It's a fiction movie.
Yeah, but I don't like to use those arguments. I like
saying that drives me crazy. Like if you don't, the only problems I have in a fantasy world, like a fictional world, is if you don't set up the rules.
Well, and if you break those rules.
As long as you set up those rules for your universe and stick to those rules, then there's nothing like unrealistic about it because that's literally the universe you're in. It's like saying a movie like When Evil Lurks is unrealistic. It's like, well, Yeah, because there's not demons in the real world, but in that universe, you know what I mean? There's demons, and you give birth to them, and like they set their ground rules. These are the rules of this universe, and we're going to stick to these rules.
Right. You got to set up the rules, and then you don't break the rules. And
like if it was
Long Walk set up its rules.
Like if you want to say that about a movie that's trying to be based on the real world, like for instance, I have issues with the monster, whatever the fuck it is, the new Netflix series about what's his name? The serial killer, I forget his name. And like I have issues with those because they always are based on real people and real serial killers and all that shit. But then they go and they change things and they twist things around and all of this. And it's like, well, that's not what really happened. So that I would take issue with that. I would agree with you if you said, you know, it's not realistic because it's like, well, yeah, they're changing shit. You know, like that's not how it actually happened.
Like the only realism thing that I had a problem with, but that's only because I just know this weird fact, is that after 3 days of no sleep, your brain starts to hallucinate. Like you go into this, like you're going to die.
They were hallucinating.
I wasn't seeing any hallucinations.
Yeah, dude. Remember he said he's like, they were literally dreaming. He was dreaming about his mom and stuff while they were walking.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was
like they were literally in and out of consciousness. They're walking, so they're not actually asleep. So it's hallucinating.
Right.
They were literally like having to keep each other.
Yeah, I gotta look up the study of what that is. But that was the one thing that I was just like, okay, nah. But it's not bad.
Anyway.
Like
it's not 3 days. It's I thought it was a little longer than that. But either way, yeah,
it doesn't matter. Like, it's not that big of a gripe that you're gonna be like, this movie's unrealistic because they're not killing themselves.
How many days were they walking?
Like, I think it was 4.
But I mean, yeah, there's lots of unrealistic shit if you want to talk about that. Like, you could not walk as far as they do, period. You would not, no human could actually walk that far without their body giving out, like falling over dead, you know, or at least passing out or whatever. I don't think, you know, so if you want to say that's unrealistic, I guess. But once again, we're not in reality. Like, that's the whole point. Like, it's in a parallel dimension, a parallel universe. It's in this universe where this is realistic in that universe. Like, they're setting up, this is the situation. So it's like, yeah, they walked 300 miles. Well, yeah, you probably really couldn't walk 300 miles, but we're not, like, these are not human beings in 2025 United States. Like, everything is in a hyper reality. You know what I mean? Like, everything in is meant to be like hyper. It's a little bit hyper. Realistic,
I just,
you know what I mean?
I think there's better arguments to be made. I think the movie being unrealistic, I just think that's a bad argument. That's not, what do you mean? No movie is realistic. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I mean. And the moment it's fiction, it's not realistic.
Yeah, it's just, but yes, if you lay down rules and you stick to those rules, then our suspension of disbelief can buy into it. Yeah. Okay, I really wanted to get to this comment because it's important. Jobit says female creatures usually have huge racks. Yes, thank you, Jobit.
That's not important. True. We just talked about dogs and deer and lots of animals that have literally just nipples. That's it. They don't even have boobs.
But she's talking about like creatures, not like animals. Like, I know an animal's a creature, but like, I'm like within the context of horror movies, female creatures, I think she's saying.
Yeah, usually but that's what I was talking about. Is like, why though? And like, would they?
What's up, Kate Peppermint?
They could just as easily like yes, we hypersexualize them by always having them big boobs, but would they? I mean, like, we can't assume that a female predator would have big old jugs, because like the xenomorph doesn't have big old jugs. Like, we see the female xenomorph, you know what I mean? Like, you don't even really notice her boobs, so they must not be very big.
I mean, right? No, they don't. Well, yeah, but that's not how they the sustenance is not from that. Like, that's not how their children feed.
I just think it's funny that we got to sexualize and like these fucking monsters.
Well, yeah, you started it. Janeth is in the chat. What's up? SoCal Dan, what's up? John Connor says probably a micro nap, which occurs during insomnia. I mean, yes, they were having
like
micro
that
naps.
gets to something that pissed me off, which I don't even know if it's true or not. But like the next season of that Netflix show, what is it called? Monsters in Us, or what is that? Is it Monsters?
Oh, I don't know.
But like they just supposedly, and I didn't even look into it if that's real or not, but they announced the next season and it's going to be the chick with the fucking axe that hacked her dad and stepmom up 40 whacks. What's her name?
I don't know.
You know, the fucking serial killer gave her dad 40 whacks, gave her mom 41. Come on, chat.
Are you talking about Lizzie Borden?
Yes, the next season is supposed to be Lizzie Borden. What pissed me off is the poster that I saw, which I don't even know if it's real, so it might be bullshit. Like, because I didn't look into it to see if they really did announce this, and if they did, if this is the actual poster. But if that was the case, it was like the chick was like pretty hot, and I'm like, dude, Lizzie Borden was anything but thin and hot, and like that pisses me off. Like, they at least somewhat tried to make the guys, the last two seasons that were guys, look like for the most part look like the real killers. But it's like, we can't have a woman that's not like hot and thin. Like, what the fuck? Like that actually pissed me off. But like I said, that might not even have been a real poster.
Kanan, are you trying to say that characters should look like
no?
I'm
saying if you're going to make the first two seasons that are the guys look very close to the real thing, yes, the actors are much more attractive, but they did with prosthetics and stuff try to make them look pretty close to the real guys, right? But
yeah, I know.
We have a female, and now all of a sudden you got to make them hot.
I'm on your side.
That's horseshit to me. Like,
I get it.
Especially if you're talking about a fucking serial killer.
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job with what's her name in Monster.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, do that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying you can't hire an attractive actor to play it. Like, the guys were both good-looking guys, and you could laugh but they did make them look pretty shitty compared to what they actually look like those actors.
What's up, Fear Quest? What's up, Andy?
It might not even be accurate.
Fear Quest says, "Are we hating on the new Dex Predator?" Not yet. We're gonna watch the trailer here probably in a little bit. But we got one more news story to talk about.
Yeah, it is. And it's such horse shit, dude. Look up this shit. This is insane. Look up Netflix monster series is taking on Lizzie Borden in season 4, and look at the side-by-side picture of the actress they got and the actual Lizzie Borden. Like, this is fucking ludicrous. It is so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dude, this poster is insane. Like, dude, that is not. No, that's bad. Look up the poster of her actually in costume. Like this Netflix released picture of Lizzie Borden season 4.
Do I have to? Okay, give me a second.
Just look up images.
I'm doing it right now. Just chill.
It's purple. It's monsters. It's this.
I'm looking at. It's purple. Okay. All right.
Look at that shit, dude. That looks nothing like Lizzie Borden. Fuck you, Netflix.
All right, I got it.
Dude, Lizzie Borden was anything but attractive, dude.
Hang on. I'm here we go. There we go. Nice. There we go.
Like, that's insane. And like, I understand the last few seasons, like they took guys who are actors, are actually really attractive actors, but they did make them look somewhat shitty. They did make them look pretty close to the real killers. That's not at all Lizzie Borden. Like, you got to give her the unibrow and the fucking, I mean, I wouldn't even have casted this actress. But like, that's the kind of shit that pisses me off, dude.
It's almost like we should try to stick to what characters look like and stop trying to
But like, it's one like I understand. I'm not saying go and find the worst looking, like the most. It doesn't mean an actor that looks exactly like Lizzie Borden. Like, I'm fine with that.
Just
Even
try
if
to
you
get
were
there.
to cast that actress, but you got to do what you did with the guys. Like, try to give them prosthetics and stuff and make them look close to the real
What's up,
thing.
Vorpal?
Like, if you look at the first 2 seasons.
Andy, I'll put more effort. I'll put better effort into hosting the podcast if you put better effort into coming up with insults. So we'll work together.
Saying?
We'll work together. Oh, he just says, DJ, I remember you. Can you put some better effort into hosting the podcast? And I said, yes, I will put in more
Talking
effort.
About what?
I will put in better effort hosting the podcast if you can put in better effort.
What effort is he wanting?
Comments. Kind of deadbeat at the moment. Okay, man. I don't know, man. Do you want some here? I got something for you here. Do you need something happening? Like, do you need me to put on Mr. Beast in the corner so that you just have something happening so that you could get your little micro dosage of endorphins because you can't pay attention to something for longer than 3 seconds?
Yeah, because if you look
do you need music going? Like, do you need something going like this? Wow.
Like, if you look up what they made Evan Peters look like when he was portraying Jeffrey Dahmer, like if you look at those side by side, they did a pretty decent job of making him look like Jeffrey Dahmer. And then this current season, what's the name of the actor?
I don't know. While you're looking it up, I am going to go through some more of these chats, and then we're going to get into our next story. FearQuest says, I'm going Creed with arms wide open, going into Badlands with an open mind. All right, man. Hey, you know what? That's probably, you'll probably enjoy it if you do that.
No, and dude, don't even go and like, why waste your money to go see it if you're not going to go in with an open mind?
Dominic,
like, that's just dumb. Like, it's not like I'm going to go into it and watch it with an open mind, and then if it sucks, I'm not going to be like, well, it sucked, but I'm at least going to give it a chance. Otherwise, why are you bothering? Like that, I hate that hate culture we have where it's like people just enjoy to hate shit. You know, like the whole like term like hate fucking, like that's what I swear to God, that's what people are like with movies. Yeah, hate watching. It's like they just pay $15 just so they can go and watch a movie and then talk about how much they hate it afterwards.
Yeah,
it's one thing if you're a YouTuber and that's your job.
Right.
It's annoying, but I at least get it because it's your job. Right. You know, and like you're partly an entertainer. So I kind of understand that. Like there's lots of movies that I go in to see that I know I'm probably not going to like, but I got to go see it anyway. But when you're just a random, fan of movies, don't waste your money. Like, just don't go see a movie if you think you're not going to like it.
Saya says, off topic, Kanan, have you decided not to do Halloween makeup for your channel during October this year?
No, I think I'm only going to do it in the final 2 or basically the week of Halloween this year.
I appreciate
I don't have any fucking money. I don't even have money for food. If you want me to be completely honest, I haven't been able to paint my nails in 2 months. Like, I haven't even had money for fucking food. Like, I am beyond broke right now. Like, nobody even understands. And then I'm getting screwed over by this whole sponsor nonsense. I'm not going to say the name of the sponsor because then that would probably be against my contract or whatever. But they were supposed to pay me at the beginning of the month. Now I'm finding out, maybe at the end of the month. I'm like, that doesn't help me out at all for the next 3 weeks.
And listen, I've had some of the same issues. So I do a lot of freelance video work. And I've been having, I had a guy tell me that he's been waiting on a check so that he could pay me. And I'm like, that's not my problem, brother. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but that's one thing. This is like a big ass fucking company.
What are you going to do? Yeah, no, I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know who your sponsor is. And yes, they need to be that sucks. All right, but we're not here to bitch.
Paying me.
We're not here to
but I would like to do more costumes, but this year I'm going to,
you got a couple of masks. You got a couple of masks you can wear?
Well, yeah, but it's more than just throwing on a mask. Like, I'm just gonna dress up at like the end of the month.
All right. Well, hey, look, any effort is appreciated.
It's not just the money; it's also like my stress level and it's complicated.
Yeah.
I'm fucking tired. I'm exhausted. I'm cranking out way more videos than I would like to be, but I got to in order to stay afloat.
Diddy says, I don't know,
So.
Kanan. The real Lizzie isn't bad looking.
Dude, I'm talking about side by side. I'm not saying she was like grotesque or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, don't go putting, like, that's just not right. It's just not fair. I'm saying at least try. It's like Charlize Theron did not look like, what's her name? In Monster. Like, she doesn't look like the real girl. The real girl was like, she is really, really not attractive. Even with all the ugly makeup on, Charlize Theron was still like much more attractive than the real woman. But they at least tried really hard to make her look like her, and then she went the rest of the way with the performance. I'm fine with you not making her look just like real Lizzie Borden, right? But they did a lot to uglify these other actors, the guys, to make them look like the real serial killers, like Ed Gein. Like this most current actor, he's like a really attractive guy. And they made him look really, really bad and made him look as close as they possibly could to Ed Gein. He's still way better looking than Ed Gein, but they did a lot to try to make look like Ed Gein.
Yeah, actors should look like the characters they are playing. Like,
yeah, otherwise,
that's what people have been complaining about.
That's all I'm saying.
It feels like 10 years.
Yeah, like just dude, you go and get. Like, I'm not even saying you couldn't have casted this same woman and she might give an incredible performance. I'm not blaming her at all. I'm blaming Netflix, because what it comes to, and actually I don't even blame Netflix, because Netflix is just doing what they need to do to try to get people to watch the show.
Well, that's not true. Netflix loves
it. Is true. The reality is it's our society's double standard bullshit.
No, it's not. Netflix loves casting. Netflix loves putting out shows with casts that like race swap characters that don't need to be race swapped, or gender swapping characters that don't need to be gender swapped, just so that they can check a box and pat themselves on the back. Netflix is notorious.
I know, and that's even more what it baffles me with this, is because they're always trying to do this shit, right? And then they go and cast this incredibly attractive woman to play an average at best woman.
If this was like a correction from that, which I know it's not, it's like, this is like the worst overcorrection they could do. You know, if the lesson they think they're supposed to learn is, oh, people just want to look at pretty white women. Well, here you go. Like, that's not the lesson. B, this is the worst overcorrection you could do, Netflix.
That's the point. Like I said, it has nothing to do with Netflix actually trying to do the right thing, because if this is the case, they wouldn't try to go get a supermodel to play a fairly average housefrau type of looking woman from the early 1900s. You know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't, but it's simple. They go and they cast and they do things just trying to get people to watch it. It's all about money. Just like Disney. And like, that's fine. I don't expect anything more than that from Netflix, which is also why I hate, same with Disney, why I hate when they do the race swap stuff and trying to look like they're, look at us. We're, you know what I mean? Like, we're putting our quota of minorities and stuff in things, you know what I mean? Like, we're doing the right thing. It's like, no, you're not. You're just doing what you're trying to do to be popular.
It's pandering. It's performative bullshit. Like, that's
performative bullshit. And like, but I still blame society, because you can get away with doing, like, nobody wants to admit that nobody wants to look at ugly women. Like, that's why they're doing this.
That is not true. People want good characters. People want good characters. They want good stories. They want good entertainment.
I know, but sex sells, period.
Yes. Two things can be true at the same time. I'm not denying what you're saying. Wait, I want to read Janet's comment.
I also think that society is at fault with this somewhat too, because it's like everybody runs around yelling that, we want equal opportunists and blah, 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 right? But people won't tune in, especially guys. I'm calling guys out more than anything. Guys will not tune in to watch an ugly woman. They just won't as much. And it's fucked up, but they won't.
I don't have time for this. Jonathan says, KB, if you can do what you do from basically anywhere, why don't you go ahead and move down to Texas? You know, things are cheaper here.
Because I don't know anybody there. You know,
It's just
you got to have a
expensive.
jumping off point, man.
I did it.
One, you got to have money. Like, you got to have money to like, at least, I got to at least be able to have enough to get started.
I mean, yeah, you
know,
got to
like,
at least have first and last month's rent on to be able to put down on a place.
That's the main thing.
Unless, hey, can Kanan crash on your couch, Janitha?
No,
Are you offering your couch?
Not crashing on someone's couch.
He's a big boy.
So, and it isn't as simple as recording from anywhere, because I still need to have a place to put my stuff, you know?
Yeah, he doesn't want to have a shitty green screen background like I do that barely works.
I still got to have a place to put a green screen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I could do it. Like, I basically live out of a bedroom. Like, that's all I need. But I'm just saying I need to at least be able to rent a place, a bedroom, or, you know, a place to sleep and put my stuff or whatever. But I don't know. For right now, like, it's expensive where I live, but I need to keep growing the channel and hopefully get it. Like, it's at a really unhealthy, like, the channel is at a very unhealthy spot right now. Just, I don't even know why exactly, but it just is. Like, the algorithm is just not in my, I'm not being able to do what works for the algorithm the last couple months. And I don't know exactly why that is, but it just is.
Easy E says, KB, you spent quite a lot of time with all the horror fest and didn't get the rest required for a human horror hunter. What?
Huh?
What does that mean? Vorpal, there he is with the caps. We want fine chicks. There you go, Vorpal. Kay says people watch
And
Kathy
that's the
Bates in
thing.
Misery.
I just prefer people to be honest. Like, if you don't want to watch an ugly chick in a TV show, okay, then say that. Like, I personally will watch all shapes and sizes of people in anything and everything, but that's me. You know, like, I'll watch something. I don't care how attractive someone is. If it's an interesting show with interesting characters, I'll watch it. But the average Joe will act and say, oh yeah, I'll watch it. She doesn't need to be hot for me to watch it. Bullshit. The numbers tell you different.
I'd love to see those numbers.
Netflix has those numbers. That's what I'm saying. That's
Post
the
them.
reason they casted this chick. And that's
It's
the
not.
reason there's a double standard. That's the reason.
All right, post them. Let's see
Netflix does nothing out of the goodness of their heart. They're just doing it because it's what they think is going to sell. Period.
I mean, you're
That's
probably
it.
right. You're
Everything
probably
in
right.
Netflix is an algorithm. It's just like YouTube. It's why it sucks on YouTube, but like, you have to pander to what sells. You know, like, everybody ask me all the time, you know, when are you going to do deep dive this or that? It's like, I wish I could. I would love to. Like, I tried to add interviews and like more substance to my videos, and they perform worse and worse and worse. So
B-Movie says, I feel like YouTube's algorithm reset. B-Movie Theater says, I feel like YouTube's algorithm reset over the summer.
Dude, it's doing weird stuff. I'm not alone. Like, something's going on, and everybody's
maybe I
trying
should
to
wait
figure
to
out.
come back then. Maybe
It's
we
complicated.
should just stick
It
to
won't
this.
affect you. You're not even monetized, so it's not going to affect you either
Hey,
way.
shut up. I know I'm not.
But it wouldn't. Like, it won't affect you that big. It's
No,
only.
I know.
And like, and I also know some channels that are skyrocketing right now, so it's not like everybody's doing bad. It's just doing weird stuff.
I want to get into this. I want to get into this story because we only have so much time. Sorry, folks. We only have till 8 tonight.
Yeah.
We're not back on our 2-hour schedule yet. So this is again from Bloody Disgusting. Jason Universe team doubles down on promise of a 13th movie in the Friday the 13th franchise. The rights issues have finally been worked out, and Jason Voorhees is finally back in our lives, with the Jason Universe team resurrecting the horror icon earlier this year to begin a brand new chapter in his historic legacy. That new chapter has already included the short film Sweet Revenge, while the TV series Crystal Lake looms on the horizon for sometime next year. But what about a new movie? Jason Universe's Robbie Barsamian recently teased that a new Jason Voorhees movie and video game are in the works, and he doubles down on those comments in an interview that was just published in the new issue of SFX magazine. Quote, we are actively working on a new movie, which will be the 13th in the franchise, as well as a new video game. Barsamian teases in the new issue. Mark Sabian also teases in the chat with the magazine that Jason will also be returning, quote, in other unexpected ways, unquote. He notes, quote, we're exploring a variety of opportunities, but consistently staying focused on authenticity, end quote. Stay tuned for more on the Jason universe as we learn it. So, and this is
why can't people just be honest?
This is a thing.
Authenticity? No, it's just money, you fucking greedy shit. Like they don't give a fuck about authenticity. Are you kidding me? Like they're shills, dude. They're putting Jason in everything that they could possibly think of to make money. And that's fine. But don't pretend that you're trying to stay true to the essence of what Jason is and blah, blah, blah. Because the Sweet Revenge, I was not a fan of, right? And I thought, okay, well, maybe it's Mike P. Nelson. Then I watched Mike P. Nelson's movie, which everybody else will see in like December, Silent Night, Deadly Night. And it's fantastic. It's a franchise, and yet it's creative, it's original, it's unique, it's got all this cool shit. He takes the heart of what made that, you know, movie in the original, but then totally runs with it and does his own thing, and it's cool, right? And yet Sweet Revenge is the most paint by numbers, basic bitch type of thing you could possibly think of, and it's a commercial. It literally is just promote an alcoholic beverage. It's like don't come at me and try to say that you're trying to stay true to your blah blah blah. Like
I will be excited. That. I will be excited for a new Friday the 13th movie if Vincent DeSanti is the writer-director.
He's not.
That will excite me. Well, then I'm not excited.
Yeah, he's 100% not going to be the director.
I know, and then that's kind of my point. Like I'm not excited because I have not seen since the 2009 remake. I have not seen a good Friday the 13th anything, except for Never Hike Alone, and that dude gets.
I know a few
Jason.
people that pitched their ideas at them, and from like what I've heard, they already got their own. I don't know. Maybe I'll be totally wrong, but I would be pretty shocked if DeSanti was picked. But I know that
that's all I care about.
You know, I know he took a shot, and I know he got it. He was able to take his shot at them and give them some ideas. But from things I've heard or whatever, it doesn't seem like. I don't know. But like I'm very much not holding my breath. Like I think that they will end up making the most like fucking dud of a Friday the 13th movie that you could possibly want. Like I think it's going to be so commercialized. It's not going to feel at all like the gritty Friday the 13th we've been waiting on, you know.
B-Movie Theater says, I heard a rumor that Jason might be played by Braun Strowman for anyone that knows wrestling. Or Braun
Why
Strowman?
would you have Braun? It's not. Why do you spell it Brown?
Is it Braun?
It's Braun. Yeah,
I mean Braun Strowman?
You just leave the A and O on accent.
I have not watched wrestling.
Braun Strowman.
Years. So
and I don't know where you're hearing that, dude, but that is definitely not going to happen. For one, why would you go get some super yoked up short guy? Like,
oh, is he short?
Shorter. He's like probably my height or whatever, but like he's
but you're over 6 feet.
Fucking yoked. I'm 6 feet.
You are 6 even?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the smallest Jason can be is 6 foot.
That's what I mean. Like short as in like for Jason, not short as in human, but like Jason needs to be at least 6'2", 6'4", like at least.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to be over.
He also can't be like a fucking brick. Like Braun Strowman is like he's a really stocky, like buff looking dude. They just doesn't have the build at all. You know, like that's my only problem I ever had with DeSanti's Jason was that he was too slim. You know, but like I feel like there's got to be that good in between where you're like big and sturdy looking, but also tall. Yeah, and lanky enough, not like, you know.
John Connor says, so the whole problem that Paramount has to get their cut, even though they sold rights to New Line.
That's my issue, because we know they need to make money. That's fine, So just go and make money. Like, that's fine, but quit acting like you're trying to keep it true to the essence of what Jason is. There is no essence of what Jason is. Like,
Yeah, Braun
Jason was
Strowman.
always a commercial thing from its inception. Like, it was never about like telling some really complex story or great characters or anything. I mean, Jason was literally a cash grab from the moment he was made. Like, the first movie was made based off of a poster. Like,
So then what?
it's never, you know.
So
It's
then do you
like,
have a
just
problem
don't
with them
pretend.
commercializing it like this?
No, I have a problem with them lying and acting like it's a, you know, like we're trying to choose wisely and keep it true to the essence of what Jason is. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's some fucking complex. Like, you could say that about like Freddy. You could say that about Chucky. You could say that about most of the horror characters out there, but Jason's not really one that you could say that about. But even still, like, just don't say that. We know you need to make money, so that's fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when they made the commercial for the angry hard cider, like
All
stop
you gotta
acting
do is
like it's
just
a
sit
movie.
there.
Just be like, we made this commercial. Like, it's cool. Like, we took Jason and put him in this cool Angry Orchard commercial. Like, that's cool. Don't act like it's some kind of actual movie thing.
You have to sit in your writer's room and you have to go, okay, what do Friday the 13th fans like?
Yeah.
What is it like? What are the 3 things about Friday the 13th that fans like? And then just make that movie.
Yeah.
Just do that for an hour and a half.
Yep.
And you'll make
but that's what I mean.
$100
Like,
million.
that's also why I've been unsure from the jump with the A24 thing. Because I'm just like, Friday the 13th is not an A24 type of horror thing. Like, I feel like it's not gonna give I will enjoy it. I tell you right now, I'm gonna enjoy Camp Crystal Lake. I'm going to. But I don't think most fans, like your average fans of Jason, are gonna enjoy it at all. Because it's gonna be artsy, it's gonna be about his mom and then her story and all that, and have very little to do with Jason. You know, that maybe we'll eventually bring him in towards the end, but like everything we know about it, it's about her. It's literally about her story leading up to how he died and drowned and all of that. Like, that's what it's going to be.
Boo.
It's going to kind of, like, from what I've heard, I picture it's going to be along the lines of Bates Motel. Did you ever watch that series?
Yeah, I thought Bates Motel was good.
Exactly. It was very good.
I enjoyed it.
But it also doesn't have Jason. You know, like,
well, yeah.
The problem with this is, not as Friday the 13th didn't become Friday the 13th until really part 3.
3, yeah.
You know, that's when he finally got the mask. And it's like, this is going to be the first movie. It's not even going to have even the second movie. Like, I just don't think most, you know, I don't know.
I want to get to Diddy's question, and then I want to watch this trailer and then talk about it, do some wrap up chats, and get out of here because I have to get out of here at 8. So Diddy says, KB, DJ,
we gotta watch that trailer.
I know. Have you or are you watching the Ed Gein story? No, I'm not. I am not watching that.
I started it. It was hard to watch for me, so I turned it off. Like, I may get back to it, but like, I don't know. I'm not. Like, I'm someone that's very into true crime, like actual documentary stuff. I enjoy that. I can't say very into that, but I do enjoy that. And if it's a well done documentary, like, I'll watch some of that stuff. But it's either when I want something horror, I like fantasy. You know what I mean? I like fiction, like horror. And this is like, it's not really a documentary because they take and they stretch and change the truth. And the Ed Gein one is like even more so because we don't know much of. There is no real facts with Ed Gein. There's very little facts. There's a ton of people thinking this is what might have happened. Like, there's so many theories, but like, he could have killed one. There's only evidence of him killing like maybe, I think, 2 women. But he, like, basically most of the bodies and all that shit, he was just digging up bodies and using the bodies to make furniture and all this crazy shit. And like, so much of his story, like, that's why it's so funny that you always hear he's who inspired Psycho and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it's like his real story is nothing at all like those. He's not a scary figure at all.
Yeah.
And like he is a pathetic weasel, like really weenie, fucked up mama's boy kind of figure. And they did get that part right, at least from what I can tell. But there's a whole bunch, like, and like I said, I haven't finished it, but like from people I know that have talked about it, they're like, there's a ton of stuff that's like pulled out of thin air because we don't know. There's nobody that witnessed this stuff. There's, like there was no one there that witnessed him digging up bodies, making it these, like tons of the stuff that happened with him. There's nobody that witnessed it.
Yeah. I don't like watching stuff like that. The last like true crime murder documentary I watched was Dahmer. And I just like that show just made me feel so dirty. Like I had to shower after watching that show. Like I was just
Dahmer,
like, God, it was so well done. It was super well done.
But it also
Props
bugged me because
like,
there's a lot of things that they embellished with that story too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure.
But Dahmer, we know everything about Dahmer. Like we know hyper details of everything about Dahmer, and yet they still twisted around things, changed like different characters, and like don't do that. Don't do something that is based on a real character with lots of real people that were really affected to this day, families that were really affected, and then go twist that shit all around and make it into like fit your narrative and fit your, for entertainment purposes. Like that just bothers me.
Yeah. All right, let's get to this trailer. For those of you who care, Cuzkin is here. He says hi. This is my cat.
Must be dinner time.
It's dinner time. That's why he's up here. So we're going to watch this trailer. This is the final Predator Badlands trailer. Have you seen it yet? Have you seen it? All right. So this is a first time watch for us. So here we go. I'm going to turn the chat off. And
you got the final trailer, right?
This is the final trailer. Yep. Right here. Predator Badlands final trailer. So here we go. What's going on? That was a good movie. That wasn't.
I think it looks better.
Welcome to
like at least in that first shot, it looks better than in that first trailer.
In the universe, where
Whoa.
everything is trying to kill you. I need a hand. You're here to prove yourself. Hunting something that can't be killed.
She was so good and vicious. Yeah, they improved his look.
They put that mouth.
Like it's minor things they changed, but they definitely improved
We might not be alone in this hunt.
his eyes. I think they did something with his eyes. Dude, that elephant thing is sick. Yeah, so they created an entire language. I read earlier on Bloody Discussion. They created an entire language, vocabulary, all of it for this movie.
That's interesting.
What's that?
I said that's interesting.
Yeah, I like movies that, because there's no reason to do that, but I like when you do, like when you go the extra mile. And like, I appreciate that about Dan Trachtenberg. Like the same with his first, or with Prey, how he shot the whole movie in Apache, like you didn't need to do that.
I mean, yeah, that's an interesting creative decision. I'm not sure how it helps the quality of the film, but it's definitely an interesting.
No, I'm not saying it will. I'm saying I like filmmakers that are that in like they're that like it shows to me that the movie is that important to them, like that they're not just trying to make a quick cash grab, whatever, but they're actually trying to make something special. It doesn't mean it's gonna be, but like I like that.
B Movie Theater says everything's trying to kill you. Must be Australia. Yeah, isn't that right?
Pretty much Australia. Yeah. I don't know. It looks fun. I think it's gonna get a lot of hate.
It looks better than the first trailer. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
A lot of hate.
I'm not sure where my goodwill is on Predator yet. I mean,
you weren't a huge fan of Prey, though, were you?
Not really. I mean, I thought it was fine. Like, that's the thing. Like, I thought it was fine. I just don't like.
I think it's the best Predator since the original.
I don't know. I just
maybe part two. Part two is pretty damn good too.
I'll probably end up going to see this, and my expectations won't be high, so maybe I'll be surprised, or maybe I'll end up liking it more than I think I will. It's just, I don't know.
I'm just looking to have fun with it. I think anybody but like I really like Predator, Killer of Killers.
Yeah, I know.
The animated.
Oh God.
Yeah. So that's why I don't think you're gonna probably be. I don't really expect you to like this, because I mean Dan Trachtenberg did Killer of Killers, so
yeah. John says,
but like, Predator. Me, I'm not going into this expecting some like super complex, layered, well written, whatever. Like I'm going into. I mean, it's like the first Predator wasn't either. Like going into this just to see a fun sci-fi movie.
I mean, yeah, I thought the first Predator was written pretty well,
but it's still a really basic story.
I mean,
it's super basic.
Yeah, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, but like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying with this. I'm not going into this. Yeah, I'm not. It needs to have that stuff to be a good movie. I'm just saying I'm not going into this expecting it to be some fucking like Artur. Like I don't expect it to be in my top 10, top whatever of the year. I'm going in to just be entertained.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get you. All right.
But I don't really think any of the Predators, because like the first one, what makes the first Predator so good is that it's a basic thing, but everything was super well executed, but that it was an original thing for the time.
And the Predator looks awesome.
And that's the tricky part on any sequel, is that it's not original. Like you're already, like it's like you're already playing the ninth inning with outs on the board, you're playing from behind, so to speak, because you don't have that. Like anytime you have an original idea, there's always a better chance of doing something interesting with it. As soon as you're using rules and everything that's already in place, that's why being on a different planet to me is the only way to go with this. Like you gotta, if you're gonna keep making Predator movies, you gotta find new things to do with it. You can't just keep being like, oh, it's just a new round of characters and we're gonna have them. Like even the time thing, it's like, yeah, that's cool, but at the end of the day, once the period piece element is gone, then it's just literally another person up against the Predator again. It's like that just gets boring. You gotta, so like this being on a new planet with new characters and creatures and all that, I think makes it really fun.
Just look at that design. It looks so good.
But that's just an older, like I think this is a younger version,
What do you mean?
Because if you look at them side by side, this one it's the same thing, other than it just has a much thinner, more narrow face, and it doesn't have the big old dreads out, which I am hoping later on in this movie that he lets his dreads out and that they're like flowing. Because I think this Predator would look much cooler if his dreads were out, but instead they're back in the ponytail.
I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to the first Predator, like you just see like the movie that you're watching, they come out with this creature that's so awesome looking. Yeah, it's just hard to beat that.
It's the same as the xenomorph. Like you created these brand new creatures, And like, that's why what I'm talking about. Anytime you're making a sequel, you don't have that luxury. You know, you don't have the element of creating something new because you have to paint by numbers. You're already having to do things and with the same rules, the same creatures, the same whatever as these other ones. And you're also being compared to those.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
I
like,
get it.
I just like, I have fun with sequels, but I'm always more excited for originals. Like anytime there's an original thing, I'm always going to go into those more excited with more anticipation. I won't say expectations, but more anticipating it or whatever than the sequels. And like, I think people,
I'm the same way.
Expect too much from sequels. Like I don't get that. Like, you know, if you go into a sequel right away, you're just like, you know what I mean? Like, people go into sequels treating them like they're original. They put them the same rules and stuff on them, and it's like, that's not fair.
But that's what half the marketing of a sequel is. It's like, hey, remember the first movie and how much you like that? Well, guess what? We're doing it
exactly.
Again. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
and that's why if you go in to watch it, you should be like, I know what I'm going in for. I'm just going in to watch more of the same thing. But instead, people go in to be like, I'm going to go watch it because of the original, but I want this sequel to do all new shit. It's like, it can't. It's a sequel.
Yeah.
It's tickled audiences. Like, it's
right,
just
we're going to start
audiences.
John, I can't start that debate because I got to get out of here. I got a hard out and I'm already 3 minutes over my hard out.
What was his debate?
Clip that. All right. I'll just read it, but we can't get into it. He says, here's a debate. I don't think Dutch should have been in cryosleep because he technically didn't kill the predator. It blew itself up. Okay. So here's why, like, I can see people wanting to debate that.
Oh, is he talking about Killer of Killers?
He's talking about Killer of Killers. The problem is that aspect of Killer of Killers is probably one of the stupidest aspects of that film that you can argue about that forever because it's like, why do they freeze things that have beat the predator and why are there so fucking many of them? And
I know, but
what are they going to do with it?
I don't think any of that's been explained. So I can't say that it's a dumb idea when I don't know why they're doing it.
They don't go to because they're not a collector society.
But that's literally shown in the very end of the movie. So like, we don't know why they're doing that. Like, there could be a whole council thing that they're capturing them all so that they can talk to them or find out, or maybe they're on trial, or maybe they're like,
they're going to
be in this council.
They're kidnapped. The only reason they're in cryosleep.
I'm just saying, we don't know why.
Yeah, but we
don't know why.
Okay, fine, but
it could be a stupid idea. I'm just saying, like, saying it's a dumb idea when we don't even know why they're doing it. Like, that's like, I don't see why we're judging it when we don't even know why they're doing it.
Because I don't know. You could say that about anything. All right, I can't do this. I gotta go. I can't. God damn it, John. I can't. Like, I don't want to talk about Killer Killers. Seriously. I have to go. All right. Sorry. I don't.
I mean, I'm not crazy about that either, but I don't know why they're doing it. So until I see why they're doing it, I'm like, I'm just kind of, it's one of those, I'm just shrugging it off kind of things where I'm not going to get mad at it because I'm like, I don't know why the fuck they're doing it. It was a throwaway thing at the end, but it's kind of like what they did in the end of 2, right? At the end of 2, where you see all the weapons and it's like, cool, but we don't know where that's going. So, okay.
Right. All right. We got to get out of here. I got to go. I'm sorry. We got to get out of here. This is thanks everybody for joining us.
I'm exhausted.
I know you guys are upset that we don't go 2 hours anymore, but like, we'll get back there. It's just, we've already explained it. We don't need to explain it again. We're just very busy guys and we love you and we want to be here with you, but there's just sometimes we got to get out of here. And this is one of those times.
I don't think anybody's upset. They just simply would like us to continue. I don't think anybody's mad at you right now. I don't like
upsetting people. I just don't. I'm a very nice
guy. Not. They're just like, they would like to continue the conversation.
Next Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. on the East Coast, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, whatever time it is over there on the other side of the pond. Thanks again, guys, for joining the Death Rattle podcast. We're out of here. See you next week. Bye.